Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you all for being here again today. I know it's a little late. However, I'm here and really trying to get these messages out as they come to me because it's so important, guys. Let's see if you guys can see me because I know the light. Hopefully, you guys can see me. But it's so important, that I show up here, always shedding love and light, encouraging you all to just keep going. Don't give up on yourself. And I hope you guys had a great week and that these messages are resonating with you. And take what resonates with you and see how you can apply it to your own situation and circumstances. Because what I do here is I use examples of everything that I've gone through and how I've gotten through it. So, you know, to share to help others as well as help myself on this journey called life, healing. So, I'm just having some tea, guys, and, the light music in the background. It's been a long week, a long day. Um, the topic of discussion is balancing out your life while removing toxicity. Balancing out your life while removing toxicity. It's so important, guys. It really is. I've been on this journey since 2020, probably more so in 2021 when I started to do the work after I lost my mother, my dog, 10 other people during the shutdown. And now we're back in this situation where we don't know what's going to happen again. But trust God, people, trust God. Um, when your life has been torn apart, torn down by loss, grief, and pain, it is so important to start the healing process. When your life has been torn down by these things, it's so important to start the healing process because, sooner than later is better because all these things affect your mental and physical health. It takes a toll on it, and especially the toxicity, especially when it's over and over and over again. It affects every part of your life, mostly your physical and mental health. And without the physical and mental health, guys, you can't do anything for yourself or anyone else. So it's important to do these things. I have some notes here because I get like downloads and it comes to me a lot while I'm driving. And when I get to my location, I pull over and take some notes, scribble things down because it after I get these downloads, I think about situations that happen to me and then I come on and share them with you. Hopefully, those who might be going through these things, it can help you get through them. In my experiences with grief, because I talked a lot about that yesterday, a part one and part two, Wednesday and Thursday. Um, Pain and toxicity had torn me down so much, I was on my knees. The pain, guys, was almost unbearable dealing with because it was a domino effect. One person died, then 2 weeks later, a friend of mine died, then another family member. Then, it just went on and on. Then my dog was sick, then he got worse. Back and forth, in and out, round and about. And it was no relief in sight, and it was almost to the point of it was almost unbearable, guys. um I thought that I was down and out for the count, with all these different situations, like one domino hit and then everything else started falling down. So I got into prayer asking God to help me. I can't do this. This is too much. And you said you're not going to allow me to have too much that I can't bear. And I just started praying and God came through. You know, um, what I learned through this whole experience, it took me a long time to learn this, but I learned to turn that pain into power, power into a purpose into helping other people as I help myself to lift up. because all around us in this world, things are getting dark, being torn down and torn apart. And people are just getting on this hate train of toxicity, hate, and whatever else. And nothing good comes from that. Without love in this world, without love and light, um, the darkness can never really outshine the light. It may look like it for a while, but people, when you band together and you in unity, let your light shine and build up, you can make a difference. Um, we are all human and none of us are flawless. We all have imperfections. We all fall short of whatever. Um, let's build on that. That's what I had to learn to do, to build on all this stuff and learn to turn that pain into power. And one of the things I did first was therapy, besides prayer, sitting with a therapist, talking, who I would talk about my grief and my pain and everything that I've gone through. And at first, I wasn't talking at all, just sitting and just trying to figure it out. But guys, you don't need a blueprint of instructions on how to get through this. As you start the process of therapy, and you start going and doing a therapy, you can do it online, you can see a therapist, or in person. The choice is yours. But as you start to do the work, I started with a pro and con list of the things that was happening and the people that I had around me that was extremely toxic. And then I started to set some strong boundaries as I started to get on this journey to heal all this pain. My mental health was affected. My physical health was took a toll, and I had to build myself back up again. But I kept asking God for help, and little by little, I took little steps, like a baby learning to walk. Um, they don't just get up and walk; they crawl. One day, take a step, fall down, get up, keep going, and that's what I did. And I learned to set these boundaries, and people didn't like it, and the disrespect. And after I started, getting stronger and better, I just started cut off, block, and delete. And I got to a point where the self-love took place. People, when you start to love yourself and know what's for your highest good and know your self-worth, you're not going to settle for anything. You're not going to settle for the toxicity. And I think what it was is when you don't know your self-worth and you're going through all these problems and you think these folks got your back and you realize they don't. They're the ones who bring in the toxicity to your table, and especially during a time that you need these folks the most, during grief and pain, etc. And they're showing you their true colors. um, you either swim or sink, and I chose to swim. And I chose myself. Out of all this, I let it all go and I chose me because I'm worth it. And then as you choose yourself and you start to do the work, you start to self-love and you start to see your self-worth. And then you start to do the pro and con list. And for me, setting boundaries, and then cut off, block, and delete when the boundaries were disrespected. And I learned it's painful, sure it is, but my life got better as I got rid of all the toxicity. First, I pinpointed what was causing the toxicity, you know, after going through all these problems and trials and things. And I had to look and see what I had around me, the folks and the situations. And as I started to do that and cut off and set up boundaries, I started to feel better. It didn't happen overnight. Little by little, like I said, baby steps. As you take these little steps, you start to see the results and you want to do more, because self love leads to self care. And then you want to take care of yourself, especially guys, if you're going through grief, you're going to want to take care of yourself because going through grief, it takes a toll on your body and you need to heal that. You need to heal the grief. Um, and some of the ways to do it is, self care. Self-care is important. Getting enough rest, um, eating healthier. Music for me helps a lot. Like this music I have going now. I didn't know there was commercials on this. So anyway, it's just relaxing, peace. Because as you start to do the work, you feel better. The inner peace is priceless because you don't have the toxicity around you anymore. Now you're clear of it. Embracing life instead of just existing. Like before, I was just existing to be subservient to other people and their needs, what they want, what they have going on, taking on burdens that didn't belong to me, carrying my burdens, trying to, and then putting somebody else's burdens. It's like having a ton of bricks on your back and someone's adding another second ton of bricks and telling you to walk up this hill. And I had to throw all those bricks off my back and say, this is OPPs, other people's problems. These are not my burdens. I'm not carrying this. And so, as I took those burdens off my back, those bricks I called, as I use as a metaphor, I let people go. I chose me. Some people say, it's my way or the highway. I said, no, it's me. Bye. Cut off, block, and delete. Choose yourself, people. You won't regret it. And when I say choose yourself, I mean if you have extreme toxicity around you that's affecting every area of your mental and physical health, set boundaries. Choose yourself. Because peace is better than being broken down, miserable into pieces. You know, um, some people just exist. Life is to be embraced, to enjoy it. And don't worry about like if you have to close some doors of toxicity. Because as you ask God to help you and He be there and you are doing the work, He's gonna open up new doors. As you padlock those doors that no longer serve you and that's not for your highest good, I promise you, and you stay on the road to healing, I promise you that God will open up other doors. We're all making mistakes. Some days we don't do what we need to do. Then you get right back up on the horse and you keep riding and you keep going. And God will open up better doors and put people in your life who will support you, who will be there for you. And you will be glad that you started the work. In the beginning, it's hard, it hurts, it's painful. But after that part of it, and you keep going, you start to see the results. And you start to be proud of yourself that you got on this journey to heal the pain, to move forward. It's so important. And to leave, the toxicity behind you. you know it's so important to balance out these scales, balance out these things in your life. And when you see the balance, then other new doors will open up, better doors, better situations in your life. And then and as you keep going, you start to feel better, meaning you're healing your mental and physical health from all these traumas and toxic situations that you went through. It's worth it, people. I have days like, oh, I'm so exhausted right now. But, I'm taking care of myself. I'm doing what I'm doing. And as I do that and I come on this channel, help others to help me too, you know. I want to see people in a better place in their life. There's so many people out here today who have mental health issues that are not being taken care of. Take care of yourself, people, because there's only one you. It's only one you, and it's important. You know, you are worth it. Never allow anyone to make you feel otherwise. That's the message today, guys. Keep showing up here. Some days the messages will resonate with you, and other days it may not. But take what resonates with you. And the first place I would suggest is therapy, because I didn't know. I don't have an instruction book. All I know that as I start to do the work, it's like a box of pieces of puzzles. You start to put the pieces together one by one, and you start to see what the picture really is. And that's how I did this. And still, building. Let's learn to turn this pain into power, power into purpose, purpose into paying it forward to help other people, to build up instead of tearing down. That's the message again today, guys. Have a great weekend. Do something on a daily basis to take care of yourself, self care. Start there, and the rest will come to you. Thank you again, and you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday. Bye for now, guys. Make sure you take care of yourself.